Okay, now we're going to take a moment and we're actually going to seriously discuss the Kanye West announcement that he's planning to run for president in 2020. Now, never mind the fact that the federal filing date has passed. The first six states in the general, the registration has already passed. Just wash that away for just a second. Um, I thought two very interesting things here would be number one, take a look sort of at Kanye's history leading up to this, because this isn't a random one off event. Kanye didn't just wake up and go, I'm going to say I'm going to run for president. Like there was a whole thing, trust me. And then number two, a little side by side comparison. I'd like to take a look and see, what President Kanye would look like comparative to President Trump. Yeah. Okay. So real quick, Kanye first said 2015 at MTV Video Music Awards that he was going to run for president in 2020. Later that year, he then repeated that same claim to Vanity Fair in an interview. December of 2015, he mentioned it in his song Facts. November 2016, he announced his support for President Trump, thus the red hat. Yeah, I think we all remember that. April 2018, Kanye West became popular with Candace Owens. And further heaped praise on Trump and kind of pushed people on the left away. In 2018, he stated his presidential run would, quote, be a mix between the Trump campaign and maybe the Bernie Sanders principles. In October 2018, West met with Trump at the Oval Office, where he praised him again. October 2019, Kanye again declared he would one day be the U.S. president. November 2019, an audience laughed when he said he'd run for president in 2024. He stated, Yeezy brand. January 2020, West told GQ he would be voting during the election cycle and, quote, we know who I'm voting on. So he's brought this up numerous times over the last 5 years. It's something that hasn't gone away. It's obviously something he's been thinking seriously about for quite a while. And so this weekend he announced that this was his actual tweet. We must now realize the promise of America by trusting God, unifying our vision, and building our future. I am running for president of the United States. Hashtag 2020 vision. West's campaign's announcement went viral, receiving over 100,000 retweets within the first hour, and Kanye became number one trending term in the United States. And there's a whole bunch of people going back and forth. The left is claiming that Kanye is going to run as a favor to Trump to pull black voters away from Biden. People on the right are claiming he's saying he's going to run so that he can bring over conservatives that he wooed during his time at the Trump Tower. Nobody knows. It's Kanye. But the point being that all he had to do was tweet about it, and it became the number one trending topic in America. So I thought I would take a hypothetical look sort of at how similar the two are, and what would President Kanye actually look like. So real quick, let's do a side-by-side here real quick. So number one, both Kanye's wife and Trump's wife both became famous for fucking people with very little skill or talent. Sorry, Ray J. I just compared you to Donald Trump. I know it's a low blow, but let's be honest. Where you been? Both Kanye and Donald Trump have had reality shows filmed in their house. The only difference is Trump's house was a gold-plated apartment building. Both Kanye and Donald Trump have hosted Saturday Night Live. Important to note here, Kanye has been the musical host 5 times, while Trump has only hosted the show twice. However, they've both been satirized. I think Trump has been satirized probably about 100 times, though, whereas Kanye's only been satirized about half a dozen times. So sort of evens out, so they're fairly parallel on that. Both of them are billionaires. Kanye West, currently worth $1.3 billion. Trump, worth roughly $2.1 billion. So there you go. They're both billionaires, so obviously Kanye's qualified. Both of them have clothing lines where the clothing is manufactured in China. Look at that. I mean, they're practically the same person, right? And then I thought I'd take a look at if this was actually going to happen. Who would hit the campaign trail, you know? Trump, you literally have to check every week. You never know who's supporting him because every single week, he goes scorched earth on somebody who previously worked for him and previously supported him. So Trump's list of supporters tends to go up and down every week, while Kanye's just sort of stepping into the ring. So right now, Kanye has the endorsement of Elon Musk, Kim Kardashian, perhaps you've heard of her, Des Bryant and Darrelle Revis, NFL players, Colin Moriarty, co-founder of Kinda Funny, Ben Askren, retired professional mixed martial artist. So that seems totally, the clincher. Ty Dolla $ign, 2 Chainz, and oddly enough, Masika Kalisha, who's a reality TV personality. Entrepreneur Mark Cuban has endorsed 2020 Democratic presidential nominee Joe Biden, but stated if ranked choice voting were implemented, he would rank Kanye West higher than Trump. Basically, he has his wife, some retired athletes, some rappers, and Elon Musk, who the hell knows what the hell that guy's doing. Donald Trump's list of endorsements include the last 3 Republican vice presidents, including the one that currently works for him. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 members of former or current members of the cabinet, all of whom work for Donald Trump. Nikki Haley, who was appointed by Donald Trump, Rick Perry, appointed by Donald Trump, John Huntsman, originally appointed by Obama, but then appointed to a different position by Trump. Steve Bannon, hired by Trump. Ken Cuccinelli, appointed by Trump. John McEntee, personal aide to the president, also appointed by Donald Trump. Mark Morgan, Chief Operating Officer and Acting Commissioner of the U.S. Customs and Border Protection 2019, Trump. And Sarah Huckabee Sanders, Trump. So basically, Trump is currently endorsed by 15 people who he hired. Kanye is endorsed by rappers, athletes, and the second most subsidized billionaire in the world. That is quite a list. If you put them side by side and, then you add in the fact that, their wives are similar, their clothing labels are similar, their entertainment history in television is similar. They are frighteningly close together. Now, I have seen a lot of stuff on the internet where people start calling Kanye like Black Trump and stuff like that. Again, I'm a white guy. I live in white America. It's not my place to comment on blackness or, how some black people would view other black people. Literally not my concern. But what I can say is that in the 3.5 years that Donald Trump has been president, the country has become such a laughingstock, such a satirical farce, and such a grand charade, entertainment on the level of idiocracy, that all of a sudden talking about a rapper running for president in 2020 doesn't seem ridiculous. Much like it doesn't seem ridiculous that the top names being bandied about for 2024 already include Chelsea Clinton, Hillary Clinton's daughter, Ivanka Trump, Donald Trump's daughter, and Mark Cuban. This is where we're at, people. 3 years of the Trump presidency has fully Americanized the American political system so far beyond what it was that we're now talking about people who own basketball teams and people who rap and make shoes for a living becoming the president because an unemployed game show host did it. Why can't anybody else with $1 billion and a cult of personality? I implore you, America, I'm not going to tell you who to vote for. I'm not going to ask you who you are voting for. I'm not even going to point you in a direction. But what I'm going to say is, for the love of God, could we please get an adult in the room? Because this is frightening to even people who think that, hey, wouldn't it be kind of funny if we did this? I remember a lot of people saying it would be really funny if Donald Trump won. Well, Donald Trump won. Are you laughing? Like, I know it was funny for the first 3 months. Are you laughing now? Because all of a sudden, Kanye West sounds like a reasonable alternative. That's where we're at, people. Please, get an adult in the room. We need it.